Welcome back to the Elder Kings. Last episode, our son, Felthusimir became the D-Dra Dragonborn, which is pretty great, to be honest, because that's exactly what we were hoping would happen. Well, at least we were hoping it would happen to Alrang. But you know what? If his adopted son becomes a Dragonborn because he is one of the best characters in the game, why not? I feel like that's good narrative. And we put it up to a sort of vote at the end of the last episode. What do we want to happen to Elrang? And some of you had some really, really great suggestions. Some of you geniuses in the comments, there's a lot of people said this. Get the Ogma Infinium and give it to your son as a parting gift. That's genius. Because then he's becoming as powerful as Elrang, but just better. Because he's also going to be Dragonborn. So that's genius, and that's absolutely something we're going to work towards. But we also want to discuss what's actually going to happen to Elrang. I don't think he's going to die anytime soon, I'll be honest with you. He is immortal. We could abdicate or retire or something along those lines, but I don't think it really suits his character. I kind of want him to go further than that. So I've come up with sort of 5 options for what we're going to do with Elrang. So the first one is that he ascends and becomes a god. He is immortal. He is incredibly powerful. Sort of Manny Marco style, but I was thinking more like Orgna. And we set up a religion around Elrang. Maybe like an Oriel heresy, worshipping him. And obviously we'd have to set up a religious head and different things that the religion would do. But then I also want to make it that if we go with this option, so that he becomes an off-map power that we can interact with, and you can like bargain with Elrang and get some of his, you know, immortal power and all of these different things that he has going for him. We can set up a system for that as well. So not only is it religion, but he's also still going to play a part in the rest of the campaign by us getting favor with him. So that's the first option, and I kind of like that idea personally. That might be my personal favourite. Second option is for him to create his own plane of oblivion using the Amulet of Kings, Mankar Cameron style. So this one makes the most sense to me, because we've already established that that's something that can happen in lore. Obviously in Oblivion, at the end of that, Mankar Cameron created his paradise using the amulet. So that does make sense, because he does have the Amulet of Kings. He obviously went on that massive adventure to get it, and I think Elrang is probably far more powerful than Mankar Cameron at this stage, right, to be honest. So I think he'd be able to pull that off. So that would be interesting, and I think we would still have the Daedra interface for that. So he would, instead of saying Malakath of the Ash Pit, it would obviously say Elrang of, you know, whatever, the Elf Boy, Paradise Dominion or whatever. I feel like we could do that. That's a lore-friendly option. Either that, or we could have him be an off-map power similar to the Ideal Masters, where we don't directly interface with him through the interaction menu, but with, say, a decision in the decisions menu. Maybe use his power to summon a bunch of Daedra for you, or something like that. Another one could be, this is the third option, option 3. Elrang retires to a guild or a mercenary company. So that way he would still be around, he would still be a character on the map. Ideally, we want to make him a titular character, so he can't lose his titles to a revolt or whatever and then get removed from the game just because he's an unlanded courtier. We'd make him titular, and we'd give him a guild, maybe. Maybe we could put him in charge of the Greybeards, or the Thieves Guild as like sort of the Grey Fox type character. Kind of like the idea of him becoming the head of the Mages Guild. Something along those lines. Or like I said, he could have his own mercenary company. Instead, he could found the Mages of Elrang or some shit. In the Imperial City, we could base him. Maybe give him his own castle as well, along with being a titular character. We could give him Fort Legion or the Imperial, the Arcanorium here, the Mages Guild itself. That could be interesting. That way, he's still sort of around, a character that we could employ and do things with. Option 4, Elrang gets to become independent. I'm getting a phone call. I'm just going to cancel that. Hang on a second. Great timing there. Phone call. Elrang gets independence and gets to go on his own adventures. So I was thinking we could potentially send him off on a boat to Pyrodonia and just let him forge his own destiny. Or maybe he goes to Akavir. Maybe he takes Alan, or who knows. You know, let him get into trouble by himself. Obviously, that runs the risk of him dying or being defeated in battle, losing all his titles, and just becoming an unlanded courtier somewhere in the middle of the world. But, you know, that would give him full independence, and it might be interesting to check back on him now and again to see actually what he's gotten up to. You know, if we're doing our own things over here in Tamriel and suddenly pan over to Akavir and he's conquered most of it, I think that could be really cool. Probably my second favourite option, personally. I like the idea of him also going on sort of this religious crusade against Pyrodonia and getting rid of the worship of the Ideal Masters over there and the worship of Orgnum, which is obviously a heresy for the High Elves and Aliens. And the last one, sort of the most simple one to do as well, he just becomes the head of the Oriel religion. He becomes the Arch Curator here, takes over from Ungolin. Obviously, he's immortal, so he's probably would be the Arch Curator forever. And that's, again, pretty safe for him. It's a titular title, it's open elective, so he would just kind of take that title and sit there forever. I assume it's in... Yeah, he would just be an Alinor for the rest of his life, sort of doing things for Oriel. That would be very easy, and it would also give us reason to interact with him again. I think that would be kind of cool. But yeah, those are the options. So just quickly go over that again, just so you guys can leave a comment on the next video. So option 1, he becomes a god. Option 2, creates his own plane of oblivion. Option 3, retires to a guild. Option 4, becomes independent, goes on his own little adventures. Or option 5, becomes a head of the Oriel religion. And I think that's kind of what I want to do with him. If anyone has any other suggestions, obviously feel free to leave them in the chat. I'll consider anything and everything, as long as it's within my sort of CK2 scripting capabilities for the mod. I'd like us to keep him around. I kind of feel sad if we just sort of killed him off or abdicated him and he disappeared into obscurity. I like the idea of him being this sort of permanent power kicking around. And it's not like characters haven't done this before. Like I said, we got Manny Marco, has sort of ascended to godhood before. We've had Mankar Cameron, obviously, becoming a sort of Daedric Lord in his own right. Talos, Tiber Septim. So there's a lot of basis in lore for this. Anyway, that's the options. Leave a vote, and I'll read through and see what people think, see what feedback you've got for me. But for now, we've got plenty of work to do still as Elrang. We don't want to kill him off yet. We've still got to get the Ogma Infinium for our son, Felu Thisomir. We've also got to get some other Daedric artifacts as well. We didn't actually get them all. I think right now we're still looking to get Scourge and Volendrung from Malakath. We do have enough favor, but he is aloof. So he's not interested in mortals right now. Just going to kill some time until that comes back. We could always take Argonia while it's splintered. Like I said, I'm kind of a fan of leaving other powers around. Maybe we could reform it and make it independent or something. That could be interesting as well. What else is there to do, really? We've sort of done everything. That's the problem. It's so incredibly powerful that there's not a huge amount left to do. But why don't we just see what happens? Mankind is unlovable. That's a great start, in my honest opinion. No more charity. And we got some ruins. Okay. So let's go over where we are right now. So we've just come back from Akavir, obviously. Oh, of course. And the one thing we've really got to do is deal with this guy here, King Olcan the Ill-Tempered, who's now up to 61 Martial. Holy shit. He is in the middle of a pretty sizable revolt right now to increase council power, so he won't disappear if he loses this. But I think he is probably going to lose, bearing in mind the fact that he has a third of the men that the revolt have. But he does have 61 Martial, so with some clever planning, he could probably win this. We do want to deal with this guy. And I think once we've done that, we're done with most of our major goals. So let's go ahead and raise some troops. Let's go back. Let's head over. Oh, we also want to get Orgnum's Coffer as well from Pyrodonia. Oh, this is really cool. So we got into the prosperity event here. White gold prospers. As people flock to white gold, so too to the... Wow, that's a hard sentence. So too do the clergy. In fact, so many have arrived with a donation to get them started. White gold could become a notable center of worship. Oriel wills it. And that is a permanent plus 25% temple tax. So absolutely we're going to do that. It's another one of the major prosperity events for having a booming economy. How many of those have we had right now? So we've had Minority Settlement, Great Library, Merchant Harbour. I think the only one we haven't had is the one that buffs levies up by 15%. Which is a shame, because that's probably the best one in my opinion. We also want to keep an eye on... I'm going to go ahead and unfavour him, because he's slowing us down here. We just want to keep an eye on our vassals, just making sure things don't get out of hand. They look pretty good. Obviously, Kajay is a bit larger than we want it to be, but we can't do much about that because it is a theocracy. A little bit of a shame. Nornahorst looks big, but I think that's just because the provinces themselves are large. Besides that, we look pretty good within our vassal map. And let's just check the cultures and religions map mode. Whoa, holy shit. Oriel is dominating elsewhere, and most of Valenwood as well at this stage. Lots of the sort of northern parts of Cyrodiil have been taken as well. And as for religions map mode, look at that. That's incredible. Because that's insanely quick conversion rate. I think making incredible stewards hold most of the land. It's helped out a lot for conversion. Oh, we don't have enough boats. I forgot about that. Okay, we're going on an anonymous thieves guild job. A little bit of ludonarrative dissonance there. We won't worry about it. All right. Let's go ahead and disband. No. Isn't this the? Oh no, these aren't special event troops. I think some of them are, but if we split off. That's all retinue event spawns, so we don't have to worry about that. What about you guys? Oh, does that just come up for every army? Can't say I really use it particularly frequently. We do need to split them anyway, so we can actually fit them on the boats. So, split that in half, and put 9,000 on there. We'll take as many as we can to Akavir, just so we can do the most damage. And we'll put you on there. What do we get to? We can take another 5,000 or so. If we split that again. It's a shame there isn't a better system. It's a shame it's not a button that's just like, fill as many boats as possible. It is a little bit finicky trying to put on... Ah, fuck it, that'll do. I'm not that bothered. You know, I think we're going to crush them either way. Just with L-Rang. Okay. And merge the armies, make them raiders. And you need to lead troops. It would be a little sad if we went over there and somehow killed that Akaviri immortal in battle. With one of our commanders. Oh, shit. That is a major revolt he's in now. So one of those is probably to overthrow him. Oh, he's trying to revoke something. And he's losing it. Well, we're about to go make his day a lot worse. Hey, Malakath gazing outward. You know what that means? We will take... So, Scourge can banish Daedra. Volendrung is a Hammer of Might. I remember Volendrung, I think, from Skyrim, but I'm not entirely sure. I will admit, I've only done like 2 proper playthroughs of Skyrim, so... that's awesome. Personal combat skill +7. Huh. Yeah, I think we'll equip that temporarily while we go to Akavir. Oh no, my rabbit. What a shame. Getting the trait charitable again. It is pretty charitable to hold a massive funeral for your rabbit. Let's see what else we can build up in white gold. Again, I won't spend too long doing this. I'm just going to pick some of the first things we see here. Why don't we focus on the main tower itself? Just build whatever we can in order. We've got missing council member. Oh, here we go. Wow, that was quick. This is exactly what I was talking about earlier. For some time now, the County of Whitegold has served as an unofficial training ground for your armies, as there is plenty of open space. Not sure about that. And abundant food. A group of senior officers are now petitioning you for money in order to erect an official regimental camp in the county. So we gain plus 15% levy size in exchange for 1,600 gold. Holy shit. It is pretty incredible, though. Look at the supply in this province as well. 73,000. That's absolutely insane. Let's just keep building ourselves up here. Rider bunks. Oh no, we got scurvy. What a shame. There's a chance you can become bedridden from that. I think we just got regular scurvy. It's -3 health, but when you land at a port, you pretty much lose it straight away. So let's land here. And immediately get to work. Sell them at auction. Oh, what did we steal? The Father of Nirn. What is that? Is that a book? Yeah, light foot troops plus 10%. That's not great, but we can throw it at Malakath. So we can get more Daedric artifacts for our son to use. Obviously, you can only use one weapon, but I think it's kind of nice to have a fully stacked armory of pretty crazy weapons. You can have this sword. I don't really care about the sword too much. What was that? The Father of Nirn. 200 Ardor. That's pretty good. We're a fifth of the way there to Scourge already. I've got to sort of make a list. I said I was going to do this a while ago, but I forgot to. We're going to make a list of the artifacts we've got to get still. Some of them I just think are going to be impossible to get because there are no worshippers of that Daedra. We lost the trait Scurvy. And where is the... where is Olcan? See if we can find him. Oh, he's right there, leading 200 men. 8 Divines Uprising and Skingrad. Oh, no. Okay. We're losing a lot of men to attrition there, but it's a vanity war, isn't it? It's not a big deal. Luckily, we got those training grounds, so we've already got 10,000 men coming out of the Imperial Isle. What's our impersonal levy size, then? 15,000 men from one province. That's pretty crazy. I think we're probably going to crush this guy pretty quick. I don't think we even need commanders, do we? Let's be reasonable. Oh, we are going to catch him. Alright. Easy. And the Thieves Guild won a job. Well, that's fine. I'll just take a boat all the way from Akavir to wherever the hell I'm going to steal up someone's vase. It's not like we're fighting an immortal or anything. I'm going to assume... what have we got? No king army, no king up army. Is he not leading troops anymore? Where is he? Oh, he's down there. We could, I suppose, try and get a rivalry with him. Because one of the cast a spell life of rivalry is just chuck him in prison. If you win the war. Or we could try and kidnap him. Where is he now? He's back up there again. Okay, I can see what's happening here. Is it worth us also fighting his rebellious men while we're here? I'm just thinking that so we could help him out a little bit so he doesn't get killed by just some irrelevant Akaviri. Absolutely not. We've been over this. Alright. Is he around here? Can we see him? Whereabouts are you? Lin troops in Vanseri. We could probably catch him, I think. Okay, where's he gone now? South to here. I think he's just going to outrun us if we keep doing this. Okay, he's apparently in his capital. He's there. There we go. And nothing still. Oh well. Why don't we have a look before we leave? Because we've sieged down his capital again, so there's not much point in carrying on. Why don't we have a look at some of the other Akaviri kingdoms, see if they've got anything worth stealing. Oh, wow. So the Qingmo, the Qingmo, however you pronounce that, have formed an entire empire. Well, they've got a lot of cool things still. Look at that. Dwemer Puzzle Cube. Special, 2 of 3. What else has he got? Strongbox? What does that do? This offers protection against theft attempts on non-worn artifacts. It seems like we should definitely be trying to get that. Let's go and do a raid on Samrat Tomor the Evil. Where's his capital? Luckily, it's all coastal, seeing it's an archipelago. Let's go and land in his capital. Doesn't matter if we boat bomb into some armies. I think we're going to win no matter what. I think if we siege that, we'll win. Don't have to worry about it too much. We stole his dog. Well, that's no use. What else did we steal? Strakes and Futtox. What is that? Is that a book? Build time minus 10%. Oh, that's actually... Oh, that's how to build a well. Right. So in the base game, it's called How to Build a Well, but now it's called Strakes and Futtox. That's a pretty good book, to be honest with you. What are the books that we got equipped? Because I'd rather have that one. We've also got equipped... Oh, the Map of Nirn. Yeah, I'm happy to unequip that to equip this one instead. Just so we've definitely got that modifier. Plus it's +2 stewardship, so that's pretty good. Sacrificing some movement speed for that, but it's not a big deal. So let's have a look at the Teski here. See if they've got anything. Oh, am I saying that right? Teeski? Sure. See if anyone have... you've got a lot of artifacts. Excellent protection against theft. So I think we head up there and try and steal that as well. Why not? Might as well just do a whole raiding session through Akavir. Oh, we lost the trait Shy. That's great. And we got some gold coming in. An alien sword. Sure. We should probably keep that for when we switch Diedrich God. If we switch Diedrich God, because we won't be able to equip Vonadrong, and I accidentally gave our ebony sword to our son. It's probably worth it, to be honest. Sure. If you can become a better physician, I'm not going to complain. Alright, let's see if we can take this safe. And what do we get? The snake. We stole the snake. We stole a silver ring. That's pretty good. Okay, apologies for that. There's going to be a slight cut there. Apparently, some delivery men decided to deliver 2 days early, which I was not expecting. So I've got to get back into this. What did we steal? It's not telling us what we actually stole there. Maybe if we click OK? No? Maybe it was just the snake. Maybe the same event targeted the snake twice. Anyway, apologize for that edit. Let's go back to raiding. And, that really threw me off, actually. Alright, what have you guys got? Have you got anything good? Iron Hilt's Katana. Look, let's just take what we can, because any of it is good to chuck at our boy Malakath. We don't need much more, to be honest with you. But I really want to finish up collecting these artifacts as soon as we can, so, you know, like everyone said in the comments, we can help buff up our son. Transfer Karagin Najan. Is that a book, do you think? What is Karagin Najan? What the hell was that? I can't even see it. Am I going crazy? Oh, no, there it is. Oh, it's a horse. It's just a really old type of horse. A war horse. Closer to a heavily built pony. Oh, I see. Right. Well, that explains a lot. Well, never mind. And what else have we got? So we haven't actually been to the actual Akaviri people, right? Oh, are they all gone? So there's the Kamal, the monkeys, the whatever they're called. Should never remember. Tangmo, that's it. The Tangmo. Then you have the snake people, the Seki. If you don't know, they're like these vampires almost. Vaguely resemble human people. The Seki hail from the fertile woodlands of the valleys of central Akavir. They are like weird snake vampire people, more or less. They've actually fleshed this out a lot. Look at that. They've got their whole type of government. They've got different religious branches. They put a lot of effort into this. Now, there are actually Akaviri people. Oh, here's one. Look, Akaviri. So these are the last few survivors by the looks of it. So they're just based on Eastern cultures. A sense. So what's that? That's heresy. Okay. Is there none left? Have they just been... Yeah, look at that. They've been almost completely wiped out. That's really sad. Maybe that's our next playthrough, eh? Restoring Akavir. Launched the was it the second era? Where the Akaviri people raided Tamriel, right? And set up the, what was it called? The Potent? Anyway, Lawbucks, you can help me out with that. I've lost my train of thought. I've completely lost on what we're doing, but I want to bring this up to a decent episode length. Kind of feel a bit bad leaving you guys with however long. Whoa. Okay then. ABCs for barbarians. Well. Map of Tamriel rather than a map of Nirn. Interesting. Dragon Bone Sword quality 5. Positive combat skill +4, martial +5. That's insane. Let's see if we can steal that. If we can steal that, we're keeping that for ourselves because that's really awesome. And what better for a Dragonborn to use than a Dragonborn or a Dragonbone weapon? I don't think we're going to get it now, are we? Oh. Okay, so our physician became better. So I'm glad that then paid off because normally it doesn't do anything. Does that guy hold any more land? Wait. Okay, he holds a hell of a lot of land. Well, let's keep raiding then, see if we can't get that sword. So quality 5 is more, in the base game at least, is the best quality item you can get. Why can't we... Oh, we've already done it. So in theory, there's not any better weapon than this. So I assume Ebony is like tier 3, Daedric is tier 4, and then Dragonbone is tier 5. It's going by the Skyrim system. No, don't think we're going to get anything. Whoops. You know what? Let's not worry about it. We'll come back for it. I'll remember that he's here. This person had an artifact as well. That's what they've got. Monkey. We're not really interested in any more pets. Getting flashbacks. Got another job from the Thieves Guild. Thank you very much. What about over here? This is a Republic, from what I recall. Yeah, here we are. Grand Mayor Gragir the Affable. What has he got? Lots of things. Blade Sword, Map of Akavir, Dragon Scale Armor, quality 6. Wow. Okay, we should probably put this on the list of items to get for... That, you know, that might even be better than the Ebony Mail. Oh, that is quality 6 as well. Interesting, okay. Well, that would still be incredibly good to get. This is essentially a Daedric artifact level of gear. What do we take? Copper ring. Damn it. Well, you know, it's not quite dragon armor, but... There is a way to steal artifacts in this, and I don't actually know how you do it. I've seen the system before, but maybe because we're part of the Thieves Guild, we can't do it. Or maybe it's when we left the Thieves Guild, we couldn't do it. Now we can. I don't know. I need to try it. Maybe it's a targeted decision. See, I can't see anything. Maybe you have to only have a certain amount of artifacts of your own. I will look into that before next time. So we've got the Atmoran settlement here. Lofty Charger. Oh, it's the Skarl, right, from... what is this island called? Oh, I was going to say it's Saltstein, but no, Solstein is there. I don't know what this island is called, then. Oh, this counts as Solstein. Weird. Can we get... What is the weapons called from there? The, Stalrim. That's it. The Stalrim weapons and armor. I wonder if they exist. Let's see if I can spell it right and type it into the character finder. Alright. S-T-A... I think it's Stalrim? No, I don't think there is any. I think some of the artifacts in this game are so cool. I think they've been such a lot of effort put into it. Okay, Khajiit Blade. That's a pretty good book. Kitab al-Shifa. It's just a shame there's no sort of like Hermetic Society equivalent. Because in the base game, that's one of my favourite things to do, is to join the Hermetic Society and slowly build up all these books over many generations that just make you slowly better. She hasn't really got anything, but again, we're just looking for things to chuck at Malakath. And unfortunately, he doesn't like pets. Because we seem to get an abundance of those wherever we go. So, let's see if we can take their weapons and armor. They'll have a decent amount of loot as well, because they are the Tribunal Temple. Oh, look at this. They've got a lot of prosperity events here. Wow. Alright, let's see what we've got to chuck at Malakath while I'm here. While I remember, I should say. Snake. He doesn't like pets. There's almost not much point in doing it. Copper ring? That's something. 125. I think it's just going to be after case of when I finish this episode, slowly chucking in all these pets. And it'll add up very slowly, but eventually we'll get there. Obviously won't claim anything between videos, but... Map of Nirn, 200 Ardor. Alien Sword is 300. You know what? We can get another. We've had plenty of swords over the course of this run. Iron Hilt's Katana. There you go. What else we got? We've got the Fall of the Snow Prince. That's 500. That'll do. We're almost there. I don't really want to give him anything else that we've got here. The Map of Nirn is useful. It's 10% extra movement speed, but why not? Okay, and why don't we make an offering as well? 25 favor for 1,000 gold. Actually, I've changed my mind. We just need a few more artifacts. We need a new Spy Master as well, apparently. Can we just go to the marketplace and buy some? No. Fortunately not. What about searching for a smith? Or is that... Oh, that's been taken out of this. Okay, fair enough. Well, we'll try and burn down Vivek here. I assume this is Vivek. Yeah, Vivek Capital. We'll burn down Vivek, see what we can get out of it. Besides being crushed by a giant meteor. Alright, sweet. Did we get anything? No, just some slaves. And what about the King of Morrowind, whoever that is, of House Demavani? Imagine he's picked up one or two things. No, just a load of pets again. East March, have you got anything? East March Revolt has a hell of a lot of stuff, actually. Scarl Amulet. Whoa. Well, that's actually pretty good. Look at that. +1 health, plus 10% defense. Dwemer schematics. Whoa. Minus 20% build cost and build time? That's incredibly overpowered. Wow. Okay, let's go and hit that guy. He's right on the coast, so... And this is East March itself. Has a Dragonbone sword. Let's head to Skyrim. Gonna make a world tour of just stealing whatever's not nailed down. Did I not put the... Oh, right, they got off the boats already. I didn't see them move. I thought we'd left them behind in Morrowind. We have no room. Nothing and nothing. Well, that's a shame. Move here and accidentally help them out with their war. Can I have your sword? That'd be really handy. Sure, burn an apostate. Why not? Nothing. That's a shame. We'll have to keep an eye out for those Dwemer schematics because they're incredibly overpowered. What if we, in the character finder here, have a look for Dwemer schematics. And let's go join court, yes. There's no one. Okay, join court any. Diplo range, yes. And is there anyone unlanded that has some? No. What I was going to do is try and invite them to a court and then chuck them in prison. And assuming they have no viable relatives, you get their artifacts. But I don't think that's going to happen. It's not Wayrest. Oh, they're way too inland. We could potentially steal something, but no, it's not really worth it. The Yokudam Empire must have something, right? Look at the size of them. Did the Frozen Horde have anything? Oh. God, that's awful. Not like that. Quality 4 book, quality 3 armor. Sure, let's go raid the Frozen Horde. He's on the coast. I think it's probably the furthest we've gone from our capital besides Akabir. This is really the middle of nowhere now. Alright, Jotun. And enslave them? Take them away in chains? Oh, we did get something. We could take an undead mithril armor. Sweet. That's got to be pretty good. It's quality 3. So, undead slaves? Is that something we've got in the capital now? It doesn't seem very, it doesn't seem to fit in Elrang's latest ethos. No, we didn't actually get any at all. Do we have another province that I've... No, this is the only province we've got. Okay, weird. Maybe that's just a default event that happens when raiding. Is there really nothing over there? There's just one big sea. Wow. Burn more apostates. We're finding a lot of apostates. You should be proselytizing, not hunting apostates. Let's go here. This is a duchy. It's close to the capital. Let's go for that one. Meanwhile, we will sail around to the Yokudan Empire, see what he has. Map of Tamriel, Elven Sword. Just quality... the camel is actually surprisingly the highest, but Malakath doesn't like pets. Doesn't quite have the same appetite Meridia and Boethia had. We might as well raid them anyway. Saying that, he's got 4,000 men. Let's wait for them to leave. Okay, war's over. We'll drop in, siege it down, and we stole the amulet of Ansei. Oh, we stole it from this dude. Quality 3, leading the center plus 10%. That's very good. And we also got a rabbit. So do we now have slaves in the capital again? Yeah, look at that. Crown slaves. Kind of feel bad, but it's what aliens were known for, right? Building a slave empire. In fact, I think, didn't we see it before? I never really clicked before, but you can't actually make slavery illegal, from what I recall. Is it on this list? Maybe not. Maybe it's not there because you can't make it illegal. Anyway, we should probably centralize. We're well within our vassal limit. We could give out viceroyalty kingdoms. I should do that. Oh, there it is, of course, yeah. Alien, Dummer, and Cabal culture that attempting to illegalize it is impossible. I mean, obviously it's not because we can vote on the law and everyone supports it, but hey. Why don't we go for viceroyalty kingdoms? I'm fine with doing that, actually. I don't have a problem with that. So viceroyalties, the way they work, if you don't know, it's essentially the same as giving out a kingdom to your vassal. However, all of the feudal vassals have a negative opinion of you for giving out a viceroyalty rather than, you know, actually giving them the kingdom title. It's a little bit dishonorable. But when that person dies, it comes back to you rather than passes to their regular feudal heir. So it's a really handy way of managing the realm. I do believe, though, they do get claims on it if you revoke it or anything like that. So we're going to raid our friends here in Alanor just because I imagine they've got a decent amount of... Whoa, the Black Band, what is that? Unpolished ebony with Daedric runes. Circlet of Impotence. Okay, useful. The sexual prowess reduced to nothing and the ring stuck fast. Likely a practical joke by some long-forgotten mage or Daedric prince. Oh, that's a shame. Well, they haven't equipped it, so that's pretty fortunate for them. Let's hope we don't get it then. Well, it doesn't really matter if Elrond gets it, right? We'll give it to Malakath. We haven't worshipped Sheogorath. Maybe we should give Sheogorath the Ring of Impotence, seeing it's probably made by him anyway. Alright, what do we steal? Copper ring. Close enough. We're not going to enslave fellow elves. I feel like that's very much against what we're trying to do. And finally, finish touring the world. Let's see if we can take Orgrim's coffer. Our true goal. There it is. 5 wealth. It's got a decent amount of artifacts here. Glass armor, necklace of swords, mithril armor, of articulation. Means we're less likely to get the coffer, obviously. No ideal masters. And we've also got 1,300 golden loot. Wow. Alright, here we go. I'm not even going to siege it. Fingers crossed. Damn it. Damn it. Okay. Well, we'll finish sieging down the capital, then we will head back with our loot. We got a hell of a lot from that journey. Arang's World Tour. Mr. Worldwide. We can feed it to Malakath. Hopefully get Volendrung, and for the end of the episode, we will switch Daedric Prince. So when it's converted to Auriel, put the troops down, put the fleets down. Alright. So we've got a decent amount of armor for him, as I recall. Offer an artifact. What have we got then? Copper ring. It's not a huge amount, but it's a small help. We have mithril armor. It's pretty good. Oh, I don't think we'll quite do it, will we? Lance. Do we still have a ring that we've equipped? What's that? Oh no, the ring of necromancy, right? Of course. We've had that for ages, from what I recall. Chuck some pets in as well. Why not? Here you go. Just give you everything we can at this point. I don't think we're going to make it. I think we're still going to be about 1,000 off, which is a shame. We've got enough cash to be able to do that as well. And what's our monthly order with Malakath? Offering is appreciated, gives us +5 a month. Should have done that before we head up on the journey, really, even though it's quite expensive, because it will add up over time. Don't know how long it lasts for, though. Alright, and how close are we to Scourge? It is 5,000. That's a real shame. Oh, I wanted to get that done this episode. What else can we steal? Maybe something in, Okay, you know what? We're heading to Argonia. They've got a lot of good loot. We'll just raise our own fleet to save messing around raising so many boats. 17,000 men, that's way too many. We don't want to raise our vassals either. Would we raise this and cut it in half? Then we can put 7,000 men on the boats along with the 2,000. I assume we've got room? Yeah, we do. Alright, merge that. Got good commanders. Well, we've got really good commanders. Holy shit. Back out to sea. Is this the last Imperial province? Yeah, look at that. Nibene and 8 divines. Has he got anything left? He's got a lot, actually. Some amulets. Okay, so this is a good event. A hospitality event under the prosperity. So you spend 542 gold and you get 4 options, I believe it is. So each one of them is a good outcome. So obviously 100 prestige. We got a chance of becoming zealous. We got a chance of becoming gregarious. Or reducing the national revolt risk and general opinion for, what's that, 4 years, 3 years? Not huge, but pretty good. What can we do with ourselves then? Do we have gregarious or... we got content, which is terrible. Zealous or gregarious? That's basically our chance at them. We haven't got either. Wow. Zealous is really good. Obviously the martial buff and the church opinion. Gregarious, though, does give us an opinion bonus with everybody. So we'll try for gregarious. We didn't get it. That's alright. We can't take zealous because we want to secretly convert to Daedric princes. I'll pretend that that's what I meant. Some buffoon built a big statue in the south here, tearing it down and selling the gold plate, which affects a few coins. That's awesome. He had a glorious monument here. I didn't even know that was a raiding event in game. Very cool. So that's what you get. I believe if you take the stewardship focus, your steward offers to build a statue. There's a few outcomes from that, one of which is building a giant gold statue of you, at which point you either get proud or humble, depending on whether you ask him to tear it down or keep it up. Sweet, the Spell Drink Amulet, that's a good start. And the Amulet of Unity as well. That's awesome. But yeah, it's a really cool event. One of the other ones is if your steward is proud himself, or a lunatic, I think it is, he can build either a statue of himself or a statue of 2 people having sex, which isn't ideal. Obviously, you lose some favour with the church for that. I think you get lustful out of it or something like that. Anyway, it's a pretty cool event. It's things like that I really like about CK2. Copper ring, thank you very much. +2 axe. Hang on a minute. I think I know someone who would like that. It's the big boy Malakath. In fact, we might not even need to give it to him. We can probably save it for our next Daedra. Hopefully Shea Gorath, because I imagine he's probably got a few, right? Wabberjack and, what else does he have? The Imp Staff. I want to say the Boots of Spring Hill Jack, but I don't think that was Shea Gorath, was it? Alright, did you have an artifact I didn't even check? Oh god, you've got loads as well, and an Emily Sword, no less. Do I miss... oh, no way. We actually got some. That's crazy. Okay, offer an artifact. Here is your copper ring. Oh, we did get a reinforced chest. When did we get that? Helpful. Okay. There's a map of Tamriel. Enjoy it. You can use that to track me down when I stop speaking to you in a minute. I'll drink an amulet. Only another 400. Cost 2 axe, 500. You know what? Sure, we'll take it. And we will claim Scourge. Beautiful new Scourged. Blessed of Malakath. Where is that? Let's have a look at it. There it is. Quality 7. That's very, very cool. Taking the form of an ebony or sometimes steel mace. Artifact cannot be wielded by a D-drum and also banish them in a single swing. That's awesome. Look at that. +4 martial, +2 learning, +6 personal combat. +4 martial, +7 personal combat. Scourge is almost as good, honestly. I think it's better than Bollandrung. Just because slightly less prestige, slightly less personal combat, but +2 learning. Sure, we'll equip Scourge for now. Although we are going to switch Deidre now. So, goodbye Malakath. Assuming we can find one, obviously. Can you open the character finder? That'd be handy. No? What? No, look. Find characters. There we go. Don't know if you saw that on the video, but I was definitely clicking the right button there. Okay. So, we want to search for... We'll say not my religion, just help narrow the list down somewhat. Share Gorath, we haven't. Jiggalag if he's on there, obviously. Okay. I think my monitor might be a little out of sync here. If not, it's my game window. Alright, let's have a look. Here we go. Deidre. So, we have... Vermina. Now, I don't think we've actually worshipped Vermina, have we? Okay, that's an interesting choice. Share Gorath. Hey, that'd be cool. Is there anyone available? She could. Chancellor of the Cheese Lovers. We might be able to get her to our court. Oh, she's Chancellor, so no, we can't. Sanguine. We haven't done Sanguine. We haven't got Sanguine's Rose. So that'd be useful. Periite. We haven't done Periite either. Nocturnal, I'm not sure. I need to go back and double check. Namira, Malagbal, Meridia, Mafala. Did we worship Mafala? Not sure. Any others? Lots of Malakath. Good God. I think removing our religion from the list is added a lot more. Clavicus Vial. I think that the list just isn't long enough for all of the Deidre, so... I don't think we've worshipped Azura. Because I think Azura's Star is the artifact. You know what? Let's go for Share Gorath. Why not? Kind of like Share Gorath. It's probably one of my favourite Deidre princes. Probably because they made a whole expansion about him. Where is he? Share Gorath. Here we go. Okay. So we have to find a woman who is... It doesn't matter if she's married or not, I suppose. We could kill off her husband. Alothi... Masters. Here we go. Sorry, there's no better way to do this. If I type in Shogorath, it won't actually work, unfortunately. Right. Vermina. Shogorath. There's only one. Could we maybe just marry her? Let's mark her a special interest. They might just accept a marriage request. I doubt it, because we might count as an infidel, but we can give it a go. If not, we do have options. We could go for Nocturnal, potentially, if we can't marry into Share Gorath. Plenty of options for Nocturnal. Obviously, Malakath we have already done, so we'll go past you. Clavicus Vial we've also done. That's pretty much it. Azura we could. Let's invite her to our court preemptively. Also mark her a special interest. Alright, you know what? We'll sort this out next episode, because we've overran quite significantly. Thank you for watching. Hopefully the edit wasn't too jarring. Apologies for that again. I'll see you next time.